on the level 162 here, sitting in for James for an episode of The Mind of James. Today we have a very special guest for you. With over 3,800 followers on Twitch and over 8,000 followers on TikTok, she has built a fun, exciting, and entertaining community for the Sea of Thieves. Please help me welcome the one and only Forsaken Empire. What's going on, Forsaken?
Hey, thanks for having me.
It is. I am happy that you are here, and this is kind of like a wonderful adventure for me, and I'm sure for the universe of Mind of James, and I'm sure James thanks you. So let's talk a little. The reason why I wanted you on the show, or James wanted you on the show, was because he wanted to know just a little bit more about you and to get your story on how you started streaming and what got you into streaming. So let's take it back to when you started playing video games, just for fun.
I grew up on video games. I remember my dad having a PlayStation 1. We were really big into like Galaga stuff, little games like that. We played Doom. There's this Street Fighter game. You were a rapper, and I can't remember the name of it. But you would have like rap battles and stuff like that. And I've gamed my whole life. Grew up on PlayStation, and the reason I actually switched to Xbox, believe it or not, was Sea of Thieves. So, I've been a gamer my whole life.
So, what would be your favorite? What would have been your favorite game on PlayStation?
I feel like definitely I would have to say Galaga. I don't know. Do you know what game that is?
That's where that little guy spooled up into a ball, right?
No, Galaga was or is it? Oh God, now you're gonna make me look it up. It's the space game
where you had to like shoot the
little like aliens. They line up and you had to shoot them, and then you had to like
yeah.
You could get the extra shooter.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, me and my dad would actually like battle it out on like high scores, and but I would say that's probably my favorite childhood game.
Galaga. Okay. Yep. Yep. Galaga. Did you ever get into like a Grand Theft Auto, or did you ever get into like I mean, I don't even think God of War came out on PlayStation 1. Let's just go with Grand Theft Auto.
I was gonna say never played. What did you say? God of War? Never played that.
You've never played? Okay.
I haven't. Is that a story mode?
Yeah. Yep.
I'm not big on story modes. I feel like I'm too ADHD to follow the storyline. Anytime they're like posting little like things for me to listen to, I skip all of them. I can't
Just hit the X button. We're out of here.
I do. I'm over here spamming like, okay, let me go. Okay. GTA, I have played GTA. I've played all sorts of games. I wasn't like huge on GTA, but I would definitely just raise my stars as high as I could go and then run from the cops, you know?
Yeah,
that's about all I did on that game. I know that's like the point, but like that's literally all I would do.
I mean, after you've had enough of like stealing money and punching hookers, like getting your stars up and running from cops is probably the best. Like
that's about all I did.
So when you moved into Xbox, you said you went into because of Sea of Thieves. Did you play any other games on Xbox before we're gonna get to Sea of Thieves and why this game is so attractive, but let's get into like other Xbox games.
Not really.
Really?
I played Fortnite. I played things like I played a little tiny bit of Among Us, Fall Guys. Trying to remember other games. Dead by Daylight I've played.
That's a game that I played once, could not get into.
It's okay. I feel like I played it enough to give it a chance. I feel like it's fun with friends. These aren't games that I would just play by myself. It would have to be friends that are wanting to play with me.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, let's jump on, because I have no issue jumping on any game that friends want to play. But it's not a game I would just like me by myself would be like, oh hey, yeah, I'm gonna go play this game.
Mm-hmm.
But no, the reason I got into Xbox was totally Sea of Thieves. But then it did kind of switch, and now that's like, that's my console that I play everything off of. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah,
So
I
did
play other games.
so did you get into like any of the Gears of War, or did you get into Halo, or
Never played Halo.
you know what? Good on you. Neither have I.
Never played Halo. There's a few games I've played, and I always get the really like what is it? WoW, World of Warcraft, or whatever it is. Never played that. Never played Zelda. Never played any of that stuff.
Oh,
Oh.
oh,
Never played
okay,
any of that
so
stuff.
Fortnite was a big one back in the day. Fortnite was a big one. So Fortnite. Let's get into Fortnite. What why Fortnite? Why not like cuz I know Fortnite's a battle royale. It's strictly kind of battle royale, but like what was the attraction of Fortnite over let's say Call of Duty?
Oh well, I played COD. I grew up on COD. I did forget to mention that.
Okay, okay.
I was
Do tell. Do
times I
tell.
remember in high school is I had a PlayStation 4, or was it a 4? Or was it a 3? I don't know. Okay, well my favorite Call of Duty, I believe it's the Nazi one with the Nazi zombies. That was my favorite Call of Duty. Um, I think it was Cold at War. War. What? I can't remember the name of it.
Okay. We're
I
just going to
think.
sit back down. Do you like
Oh, am I not sitting?
technical difficulties, folks? Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
So Call of Duty, the Nazi zombie ones, it started out in World of War, I believe,
World of War, maybe that was it.
and then it just kind of like
Um,
kept building from here and there and
it was
there.
whichever one was the first one it came out on. That was my
Uh,
yeah, World at War. Yep.
yep.
That was my favorite. Now with Call of Duty, I never did the campaign. I always either did team deathmatch or I was in zombies.
Okay. Okay. So
But I did grow up on COD.
you're not a campaign girl.
I am not.
Uh,
I'm not a story.
that's right. You said
Like I'm
okay.
interested in the story, yes.
Like
Like if somebody would sit here and just like tell me,
the
cool. But like I can't sit here and like read what they're saying and just go through the prompts, and it's too slow for me.
okay. Fun fact. I kind of skip all those scenes too, but like I'm gonna say all the modern warfares I stuck with through the campaign because like the story was so good on the storylines.
I don't think I ever played that either. And if I
Um,
did, maybe it was like a game.
what I mean, well, Modern Warfare was like they did 3 iterations of it, but like the multiplayer, it's Call of Duty, but like the multiplayer was still good
Hmm.
and whatnot. But so, what was what was the last Call of Duty you played?
Black Ops 6
Black Ops
or
6.
or 7. Did they come out with 7
They
already?
did,
Which one
yeah,
just came out?
yeah,
So
7.
7. So 7.
So the low point of Call of Duty.
Liked it.
Okay, okay. Popular demand, eh. But for me and for you, I still play it and I still love it. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm a ride or die COD guy. Um. Anyway, what are we getting back to? Okay, Call of Duty. So but did you ever play Warzone?
Uh, yes. I don't think I liked that one.
You not a big Warzone person?
Mm-mm.
Was okay.
No,
So
that's what all my friends wanted to play, and I was like, no, I don't like it.
what was the attraction to Fortnite then?
So, as far as I can remember, my little brother got into Fortnite. And I just kind of took his controller one day, and not gonna lie, when I started, obviously this was like day one of Fortnite. I was scared, and I'd hide in bushes, and I would wait it out until
Ex-
it was like final people. Um,
There's nothing wrong with
yeah,
that. There's nothing wrong with
that's how
that.
I started, and now if you watch me, you know I push absolutely everything, even if I
Oh,
know I shouldn't.
we've sailed together, and it's just like we were gonna go
No, I
fishing
push
after that one.
everything.
Yeah, we were gonna go fishing that one night, and then it's just like that new fort was up, and it's like, you know what? Let's just go do it. Screw it.
Yeah, yeah, we wanted to go. We wanted to go steal that.
Yeah.
I'm very much of a let's push, let's figure things out. Either they're gonna be sweaty and we're gonna sink, and I'm gonna go try again because I'm competitive, or we're gonna win, and that's just it, and we're gonna go sell our loot. So,
Hell
but I
yeah.
did start out Fortnite being scared, hiding in bushes. Um, until I eventually got the hang of it. I felt like I could shoot my guns, and then I would actually start trying to actually fight people.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
And then it just became a game that I just kept playing.
I,
Got a bunch of friends were playing, and I would constantly get invited, and I would invite them, and it
so
just turned into like almost a daily ritual, just getting on some Fortnite.
so this was around the high school era or after?
Um, I don't even remember when Fortnite came out. I
Uh,
think it was after I graduated 15,
okay, okay.
and I think Fortnite's 8, 7.
Oh my God, it's been out that long.
Yeah, I think it was after high school.
2017.
Yeah, so 2 years after high school is when it came out. So probably around 17, 18. I think it was 17 because 2018 I bought my house and I was already playing Fortnite. So it had to have been around day one then that I played my first game on my brother's account.
Damn, like, wow, we're going back in time. Good lord. Okay, so you're playing COD, you're playing Fortnite. When does the idea of streaming come up?
So that was around 2023 in March actually. Um, I had a friend at the time who was streaming. I played with her every single night. So she was on every single night, and I would play with her on her stream. And so she was just kind of doing that. And I made a Twitch account so that I could just support her because she was going for affiliate, needed 3 people. So us and a few other friends that would playing with her because we'd run squads. So like it's just us chilling in her stream.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then she would be like, "Oh, you should stream." And I was kind of like, "No, I felt like it was for people that were like really good at the game or
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, I don't feel like I have, what it takes." And she was like, "Yeah, you do. You should definitely try it." So one day I told her, I was like, "What all would I need? Like, what all would I have to do?" And she was like, "It's literally like 3 buttons on your PlayStation, and I could get you live tonight." And I was like, "Oh, well," I was like, I'm down to try it. I was like, I'm on your stream every single night. It's just honestly same thing, just different POV. It's my POV. Um, so I did, and within the first week, the first 7 days, I was affiliated, and
Damn, really?
I, yeah.
That's
She was already in the streaming community, so she was already like in all of these discords that were really supportive, and they had already known me because I was on her lives all the time.
mm-hmm.
So they were all super stoked that I was going to start streaming. And yeah, I was affiliated within the first week and I really fell in love with it. And here we are 3 days later. And I feel like it's really hard for ADHD people to like stick to something. So the fact that I've stuck to this, we always get like different hobbies. I've went through photography. I've went through wanting to like scrapbook. I've been through tons of things where I eventually fall off of it, and
it's like
never fallen off of streaming.
you reach a point like, you know what, I've done enough. I think I can find something else. I get that.
Yeah,
I get that a lot. I get
it's
that a
just you
lot.
find hobbies that you
Yeah.
want to like hyperfixate on for the time being, and then it's gone. And
Yep. So
I
for
didn't do that with streaming. I'm still here.
3 years, almost 4 now.
Mm, I think I just hit 3. Yeah, it'll be going on 4. I just hit 3 years on March 8th was my first go live.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. So, in between 2017 when Fortnite comes out and 2023, what are you going through? Like, you're playing games, are you working? What kind of life events happen?
Um, Full
Start.
time job.
Okay. Okay.
I had my daughter in 2015.
Okay.
So I had a baby. I was a mom. I was going to college. Um,
What were you studying?
Literally, whole 9 yards. Criminal justice.
Criminal
I
justice.
didn't know exactly what I wanted to go into with criminal justice, so I was just at that time doing basic classes.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about more going into like the forensic side of criminal justice.
So, like CSI
Um,
kind of thing.
Kinda. I always wanted to be a police officer, but um,
A little
I
rough out
wanted to
there.
be more. Yeah, and I felt really selfish putting myself into a situation like that, knowing I have a daughter at home.
Mm-hmm.
So I was switching it around more so and found,
Damn it.
the crime scene investigations. And I just kind of really loved that. I used to watch The First 48 with my grandma or Snapped, all of those kind of shows. And um, my grandma always told me that's where she thought I was supposed to be because we would watch like the first half of the show or like just the beginning, the intro, where they're like
Mm-hmm.
naming what had like the basics of what happened in the suspects. And her and I would argue. I was like, this person did it. And she's like, no, it was this person. And like we would argue and I was always right. And she's like, how do you know? And I'm like, it's like so clear as day obvious to me.
Do,
But
do they give like they give you little hints throughout the show, don't they?
throughout the show, yes, but then they also will throw in like fake hints to throw you off.
Okay.
Um
So you like
so
figuring
but this
stuff
would be
out.
like at the beginning, yes. I love problem solving. As long as it's not my problem. My problems are like of worlds, but if it's somebody else's problem, I could
I
easily
got you.
solve it.
I got you. That's awesome. So you're working full time. You had a daughter. Are you gaming much at all? It seems like you'd be pretty
Yeah,
busy with that.
every night.
Every night. Okay.
Every night. It wasn't for very long. We'd get on for maybe like an hour or two, but yeah, I was gaming almost every single night.
So you're gaming every night. You have a daughter. You're at full time college. You're working. Like when around the point is it to where you want to be like, okay, I want to take streaming seriously?
Um, I mean, kind of from the beginning, it's always been something fun that I've really enjoyed doing, but it was always something that I wanted to see long term.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would say I didn't take it so serious at the beginning, and what I mean by that is, as far as like all the networking, I was networking in other people's chats and like friending people and talking to people and getting to know people, supporting other people, doing all of that. But as far as promoting myself, like getting clips, posting them to all these social media platforms, and doing all of that, I wasn't doing that. Um,
That's a
I
full
would
time job in
say
itself too.
it's like three full time jobs.
Yeah.
I started doing that maybe a year and a half in, so maybe like halfway through, I started taking clips, and then even then, it wasn't like it is now. Back then, it was just kind of like Fortnite clips here and there. It wasn't actually clips from my stream.
Mm-hmm.
So like it wasn't really like me talking. It was just like shots or things like that that were happening in game. It wasn't me as a person. Like my personality wasn't showing. And then around a year and a half, maybe 2 years of posting a little bit here and there, I really was like, okay, I need to be fully posting and I need to make it more about me. I was like, right now my content's just like, oh, it's Fortnite, but there's no like me to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I started shifting what I was posting in just things I found funny or just me being me. Um,
It seems like a lot of personality has to be put into it, because not only like okay, so streaming is boiled down to like you're watching somebody playing a game, and I was talking to one of the Discord guys that another guest of it's like another guest of the podcast. Let me finish that. Uh, it's not only the video game that you're putting out, you're also putting yourself out there. Were you a little nervous putting yourself out there as well as putting the game out there?
yes and no. So as you know, I'm very ADHD, very bubbly, very out there, very crazy. Um, I've had insecurities with that growing up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, Obviously being told you're a little too much as a kid or like this and that, personality wise. So I have learned to tone myself down, um, if that makes sense. So when I started streaming, when I was on my friend's stream, you got full me. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't my stream, so like it was easier for me to just be myself. There were no eyes like on me; they were on her. Like
Yeah.
um, when I started streaming, I did not show all of me. It was still me. None of it was fake, but like I didn't give you full personality me.
Mm-hmm.
it was diluted. It was turned down. I would say when I got into Sea of Thieves, I was able to, like, this game just fully brought my entire personality out. So it was like it wasn't even easy for me to like tone it down. I couldn't do it. So it was just like, yeah, this is me. Um,
That's awesome. Like broke you out of your
so
shell.
so yes and no. Like on my friend's stream when we would stream, I would be karaoke and I'd be singing and just doing all sorts of crazy stuff. But then when I started my stream, they would come in from her chat and they're like, "Oh, Forsaken, sing to us today," and I'm like, "Oh no, y'all don't get that no more." I'm like, "Y'all know who I am. Y'all are here now. No, no." I was like, "I can't do that anymore." And I've noticed lately that's y'all get that again. So I'm like, this really brought me out as a person. Like, I feel confident, secure in who I am with this game, and it's helped out a lot.
I can agree with you on that. Like just a short when I started streaming, it was Call of Duty, and I
Hmm.
was very buttoned up and very like I got to be prim and proper on stream, and like something about this game, something about the Sea of Thieves, just I don't know if it's like the piracy of it. I don't know if it's like just hanging out with your friends, but like it definitely cracks your shell open. Like the funny side of people come out in this game. So, with that being said, like, what attracted you to the Sea of Thieves and wanting you to? Would you consider yourself a full-time Sea of Thieves content creator?
I do,
Okay,
yes.
because I know you play a little bit of Arc Raiders, you play a little bit of Rocket League, a little bit of Fortnite, but to me, in getting to know you over, I'd say, a period of a year, it seems like that you are a full-time Sea of Thieves pirate.
Yes. I do daily stream Sea of Thieves.
Mm-hmm.
I always start with Sea of Thieves and then I'll go into a variety game if I do play a variety game. But yes, I do consider myself mainly a Sea of Thieves streamer. I feel like I have to say variety because I do have those little moments where I'm playing something else. Um, but yeah, mainly Sea of Thieves.
What is it about this game? Because I can't figure it out. I
I don't
sure
know.
I
I really, honestly, I kind of feel like it's just because like and I don't even know if I can word what's in my head, but it's a sandbox game, kind of like GTA. Like you can literally make this however you want. If you want to role play, if you just want the PvP side of it, if you just want to sail around and view the cinematics, like I feel like with this game, there's something for everybody. Um, and of course, I express myself with kegs, and so
the
there's just
boom
I feel like
service.
there's just
It's the boom
different
service.
definitely boom service, but I feel like there's just different ways you can express. It's not just boiled down to like there's one way to play this game. There's so many ways you can play this game. Um,
There is, cause like, when I first started playing this game, I wanted nothing to do with PvP. I just wanted to sail around, do the forts and all the skelly forts and that beautiful red ships in the skylight behind us. But like now we're sitting here with bone curses on. Yeah,
mm,
when I first um, got on a ship with you, we didn't have our skelly curses, and now we do. So like, I think the PvP side of this is like pretty much like the best part about this game, if you ask me. Now, what would you say is your favorite part, or you think the best part of this game is?
oh, I really feel like that's a tough question.
With somber music.
For me, I feel like my favorite part of this game. First of all, this game is absolutely gorgeous. Like, look at this sun. Like, this game is so gorgeous.
For
But I
everybody who
think
wants
my
to see
main
it,
takeaway, I think my
that is
main
just
takeaway of this entire game is the friendships I've made. Like, some of my closest friends I've met through Sea of Thieves. Um, and I love the community. It's just very supportive of each other. I would say by far that's probably my favorite part of the game. As far as like if you're talking like in game, definitely kegging people. I feel like that's a really obvious answer. Um, I definitely like watching your boat explode. It's kind of fun.
there's nothing. Okay, so like, was that season 17 when they introduced the black powder kegs? I think it was
Yeah, on my
yeah.
birthday, August 14th, they gave me a black powder
Hell
keg for my
yeah!
birthday, and
Hell yeah!
it was the best thing ever.
Th-
Everyone was like, "This is all we get, the smuggler update," and I'm like, "You can't tell me nothing. I am so excited right now. I'm like, look at me blow up this boat."
there is
Like,
nothing like
I'm
watching
so
a boat
excited.
explode and fly up into the air because of a black powder keg. Nothing
It
beats
was
it.
amazing. I remember the first time I kegged with the black powder keg, and I was just like, "Oh, this is such a good." I was like, "Oh my god, best update ever!"
It
I'm
would,
so excited.
and it was on your birthday. How cool is that?
It was.
Like
It
how
was on my birthday.
it's kind of like the stars are aligning, if you ask me.
It definitely felt like a sign I was in the right game. This game is just amazing.
It is, and like you said with the cinematics, like how, when you sail across the water, you just can't help to admire. Like, I'm gonna turn the camera and see how the sun is. That sunset is beautiful on a video game. Now, we're sitting here real life, but like this is life or death for us. But it's such a beautiful game. It really is. So while we're gonna wrap this show up, I'm gonna ask you, what would be your long-term goals as far as a streamer? We'll start with streamer.
Definitely hitting things like Twitch partner, YouTube partner. Definitely just building a positive community who's supportive, and I already have that. So just growing what we have. I haven't thought too much into long-term goals. I kind of take it a year at a time. So each year I come up with different goals that I want to achieve that year. So as far as like long term, I haven't even gotten that far, but definitely some partnerships and just continuing to have an amazing community.
Yeah. I mean, as far as a goal would be set, that would be good. That'd be as streaming wise, because I think the end goal for any streamer is to just be like they can express themselves how they want, no matter what you play, in my opinion. But let's wrap this thing up. Let's go see what the Peanut's up to. Miss Forsaken, where can we find you? Social medias, Twitch, whatever.
Yep, you can find me on Twitch. You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, literally everywhere. Blue Sky,
What's
Insta,
Blue Sky?
Threads. Blue Sky. It was like a couple years ago, maybe a year or two, maybe. It was just like a new platform that came out. I'm not very active on it. I'm not gonna lie.
Wait a minute. There's another new one?
It's kind of like Twitter. Yeah. Well, do you know about Threads? You do know about Threads. Never mind. I see you post on it all the time.
I kind of have to. What?
I answered my question. Yeah, because it's tied to Instagram. But yeah, Blue Sky was just one of the newer ones that had came out, and I made an account when it came out, and I don't really do anything with it. But
okay, I will have to look into this Blue Sky.
I do have Kick. I don't really do anything with Kick, but I might soon. But yeah, you can find me on any platform.
Is it Forsaken Empire?
Yeah, Forsaken_Empire, like it is on my Twitch.
Okay.
Sea of Thieves is slightly different, because it didn't like the way I had my name, so I had to alter it to make it work. But...
Okay, I will have all of your social links and your Twitch link in the description in this video. For future pirates, just to put that out there when the future rolls around. Okay, so Forsaken Empire, I want to thank you for coming on to the Mind of James. James would be happy to have you on here. I just had to sit in for him as on a level 162. Everybody, thank you for joining me for another wonderful episode. Remember, fear God, keep his commandments, and I will see you on the next one.